Hi, everyone, and welcome to Voices Across Borders, brought to you by Multicultural Talent Network. I'm Mina Kim Mak. In this podcast, we go beyond the resume to share real stories from professionals navigating life and career across borders. You will also hear from researchers as well as solo episodes where I dive into key topics shaping the global professionals. I hope you will find insight, connection, and maybe even a little encouragement along the way. In this episode, I sit down with global HR leader Juliana Yi, who has built her career across 4 countries: Korea, Belgium, Japan, and the United States. With over 23 years of experience in multinational organizations, Juliana has worked in leadership development, organizational culture, and global talent strategy. She's now the founder of ViaSage, ViaSage, an HR consulting firm supporting companies expanding internationally and leaders navigating cross-border careers. Juliana shared 5 key lessons she learned throughout her career, and she offered powerful insights on each one of them. Here's what we covered. Number 1, perspective of national identity. Juliana shared that growing up in Korea, identity felt unified. One language, one history, one cultural narrative. That sense of cohesion felt natural and unquestioned. I think those are the case for most of the homogeneous countries. But working in Belgium changed that perspective. In a small country with 3 official languages, those are French, Dutch, and German, each region carries distinct political histories and emotional identities. Throughout this experience, she realized that a single, unified national identity is not the global norm. This was a turning point for her. She began to see that different does not mean wrong. And I think it's a really great lesson. I also grew up in different countries from very little, around 2 years old. And I always felt different about myself. Whenever I go different cultures, always felt differences. But I think she's absolutely right. Being different doesn't really mean wrong. Number 2, precision and excellence in Japan. In Japan, Juliana saw a deep emphasis on precision, ritual, and quality. Japan prioritizes accuracy and high standards over urgency. She connected this to Japan's long history of preserving cultural traditions and building trust through consistency. Excellence in Japan is not about urgency. It is about refinement and long-term credibility. Number 3, the meaning of freedom in Korea and the United States. Juliana shared something that really stayed with me. Even the word freedom doesn't mean the same thing everywhere. In Korea, freedom often feels collective, Juliana said. It's connected to history, to national struggle, to a sense of we. But in the States, freedom tends to be personal. It's about independence, choice, and ownership of your own path. And that differences shows up everywhere, in leadership styles, in workplace culture, and in how people make career decisions. Number 4, relationship-based and role-based recruitment. Juliana explained a really interesting difference in how hiring works across culture. In Japan, hiring is often about building a long-term relationship. Although things are changing right now, but relatively compared to US, the hiring is a long-term relationship base. When someone joins a company, it is seen as the beginning of a shared journey. There is an expectation of loyalty, and companies invest in steady and long-term growth. But in the US, hiring is typically tied to a specific role. It's about matching skills to a position that needs to be filled right now. The relationship is more flexible and sometimes more transactional. At its core, this contrast reveals very different ideas about what work and loyalty are supposed to mean. And number 5, the concept of fairness in Korea and the United States. Juliana shared that even fairness doesn't mean the same thing everywhere. In Korea, fairness often looks like applying the same standards to everyone. The same exams, the same benchmarks, the same measurable criteria. It's about creating the equal condition. In the United States, fairness can mean recognizing individual differences, Juliana said, valuing personal strengths, background, and overall fit, rather than relying only on standardized measures. An important thing she pointed out is that neither is better or superior. They simply reflect different cultural agreements about what fairness and opportunity should mean. These were the 5 things Juliana shared with me during the interview. She also said something that really stayed with me. There's no single correct career path. The right path is the one that aligns with your core values. She told me about this when I asked her, hey, if someone is out there looking for a job abroad, across borders, would you recommend them doing that or just stay local and find something nearby? And that's what she told me. She said there's no right path. You're going to find your core and start from there. And I completely agree with her. The recruitment market is really tough right now, especially for new grads. It's not always fair, and honestly, it's not true that if you just work hard enough, everything will fall into place. I know many people are already working incredibly hard just to land a job. Maybe the real question is this: what is the one value you cannot let go of? You might need to be flexible about location, industry, timing, or even the exact job title, at least for now. You might consider further education, relocation, or a slightly different path than you originally planned, at least for now, because I know how hard it is out there right now. But maybe if you stay grounded in one core value that truly matters to you, I hope that it can guide your decisions when things feel uncertain. There is not one perfect career formula, you know. In the end, it's your journey. Good luck, everyone. If you're interested in reaching out to us, you can contact us at Multicultural Talent Networks or Mina Kim Mok, MINAKIMMOK, through LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening.